I'm going to talk about how to create a Twitter account today. So if you saw the last video, we kind of explained what Twitter is all about, how you use it, and today we'll actually go through how to create your own Twitter account. So we'll first go to twitter.com. And then down here we're going to say we're new to Twitter. We'll put our full name. And this is actually how you're going to be displayed on Twitter. Put an email address, and you just need an email address that isn't already attached to a Twitter profile. And then just choose a password. So I've previously registered with this email, which is why I'm getting this message. But again, you want to choose a full name, and that's what's going to be displayed on your profile. It's kind of that title bar we talked about in the previous Twitter lesson. And then you want to choose a username, which is actually what your handle is going to be. Typically on Twitter, the shorter the better, because the shorter your handle is, the more space you have for writing a message. Because the less characters your handle takes up, the more characters available you have to write a message. And you can see this C. Romden is also already taken. So I'm going to just go ahead and log in. Now the first time you log in, what you'll see is this welcome screen. We'll click through a few of these steps. Now the most important thing about Twitter is finding interesting people to follow. So it's going to give you a list of people that it's suggesting for you to follow, and typically on this list is just highly popular Twitter users. So you can go through and choose a few of them, or you can actually search for whoever you're looking for. Now it does depend on the way that you search. So you'll see it prioritizes the handle over the actual name. And you'll notice as we start following people, your timeline gets populated with their tweets. Now it's asking you for people to follow based on your interests. And there's a few different categories that you can choose. And you'll see my timeline just keeps growing with the most recent tweets from all the people that I follow. Now you can also try to search for people in your contact book, whether that's Gmail or any other email service that you have. I'm going to skip this step. You can write a bio. You can also upload a picture. And this is what people will see as your avatar. Like right here, TED Talks has this little image as their avatar. Now I would recommend uploading some kind of image because there's not much on Twitter that's less professional than having a big egg as your avatar. And that's kind of the default Twitter image, is just a little egg. I'll save that part for later. You can see my egg right there. But you can also see your username, which is your handle, and then the title that you put in, which was your full name in that field. You can see who you're following, who is following you, and all the tweets that are filling your timeline. We'll take a look at some of the settings. And here you can go and modify any common settings. The things you might want to look at are the security and privacy settings. So here's where you can choose to protect your tweets, which essentially means anybody who isn't following you won't have access to see your tweets. It also makes people who want to follow you request to follow you, so that you get a notification when somebody requests to follow you, and you have to approve them. So not just anybody can follow you. Under this profile tab, you can change your photo, your header, which is kind of a background to your photo. And then you can change any other bio information that you have. You can change your username or your handle anytime you want, as long as it's not already taken by somebody. You can also update your email address. I think that's enough to make you dangerous, so if you haven't already, take a look at the previous video about Twitter itself, what it's all about, how to use it, and get tweeting or following.